live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, and to make the suffering we're about to put ourselves through a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, a little bit easier to stay consistent with. So, if you're ready for some hip mobility, you're ready for some side splits, you're ready for some consistency, let's get ready to go. I'm gonna real quick wipe the cameras because I think I just that's scary. I just touched the camera of the phones and I smudged it with my fingers. So now that those are wiped off, let's continue. Let's begin. We're doing 45, 60 minutes of live size with stretching, and it's time for some hip mobility. We're going to start with some warm up, and it's going to look like this. We're going to lift our knees as high as we can, straight up into the air. We're going to open up that leg to the side, and we're going to rotate that leg backwards. Bring the ankle up, bring the knee down, keep on going, bring the knee down, bring the ankle up some more. Oh, keep on going, and then bring the leg down and back. All right? When we bring the leg down and back, I want you to do something like this. I want you to flex the hamstrings, I want you to flex the glutes, I want you to pull that leg back and feel the stretch right here in the front of your hip flexors. And that is going to be the whole move. We're going to do 10 of these on the left side. We're going to do 10 of these on the right side, and then we're going to reverse and do 10 more on each side. Let's go. High knee. Open. Ankle up some more, down and back. That's one. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's two. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's three. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's four. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's five. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's six. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's seven. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's eight. Keep going. High knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's nine. We are building some strength. We're building some mobility in the hips, and that is 10 reps on the left side. Take a second, shake it out, help it relax. Let's get ready to go on the other side. Whew, same thing. All your weight is on one leg. We'll bring this leg up and let's go. High knee. Open. Ankle up some more. Down and back. That's one. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's two. As you warm up, as you get more comfortable with the movement, I want you to lift a little bit harder, contract those muscles a little bit harder. And three. Open. Ankle. Oh, sorry. Open. Ankle. Ankle up some more. Down and back. That's four. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's five. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's six. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Oof. Down and back. That's seven. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's eight. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's nine. Last one. High knee. Lift, 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 lift. Open wide. Point that knee that way. Lift it a little bit higher. Rotate the ankle up, 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 and bring the leg down and back. When it's down, flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes, really lift. Oh, that is 10 reps on the left, on the right, going forward. Take a quick second, catch your breath. We're going to go in reverse now. All right. Remember, the goal of the hip cars is to bring your leg through a lot of range of motion, as much as you can get into using your own muscle power, so that you get stronger and you build control and you build mobility. All right. It's time to go in reverse. Hopefully, you had a couple seconds to catch your breath while I was lecturing you about control, mobility, and whatever. We're going to go backwards now. I want you to start by bringing the leg down and back. Boom. Flexing the hamstrings, flexing the glutes, feeling the stretch right here. We're going to lift that leg up to the side. Whew, I'm off balance. Give me a second. Ooh. We want to bring the knee and the ankle to horizontal. Then we want to rotate that leg, bring the knee down, lift the ankle up. Do the opposite. Bring the ankle down, bring the knee up, and bring it forward. All right? That's one rep. We're doing 10 of those on the left, 10 of those on the right. Let's get ready to go. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's one. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's two. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's three. Keep going. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 4. If you're feeling off balance, feel free to grab something, hold on to a wall for a little bit of support with your balance. Ankle up, oof, ankle down, knee, I think that's 5, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 6, keep going, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 7, 3 more, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 8, 2 more, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 9, last one, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 10. Whew, that is a whole bunch of hip cars. Whew. Shake out your leg, do a little wiggle, flop it around. Let's get ready to go. Finish up on the final side, final leg. All right? Take a second, breathe, catch your breath, and let's go. Core tight. Put some power into that leg, and let's go back. Side, ankle up, oof, ankle down, knee, that's 1. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 2. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 4. Remember, we are building strength in each of these positions. We're trying our best to rotate, to lift, to pull ourselves into these crazy positions for our hip so that we move better. So we get more strength in those positions, so that we have more control. After that ramble, I forgot what we counted to. I'm gonna pretend this is 7. All right, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 8, back, side, lift, 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 keep lifting, pull, 9, last one, back, side, I'm off balance, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 10. Whew. That is our first warm-up exercise. Those are the hip cars. All right, we're going to move on into our second warm-up exercise. It's called the elephant walk. What I want you to do is fold at the hips and bring your belly button down with a relatively straight back. All right, doesn't have to be perfect. If you're slouching a little bit, it's fine, but try your best. All right, from here, trying to bring that belly button down, 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 down. If you're feeling a little bit tight, you're a little newer to the show, and you're a little higher up, that's absolutely okay. Just try your best to get as low as you can. All right, from wherever you are, if your back is feeling real tense right now because you've been sitting all day, try to just breathe and relax. Inhale, relax. Inhale, relax. Inhale, relax. All right. Let some of that tension drop away from your spine. And in about 5 more seconds, we're going to get back into the exercise. All right. While you're waiting, you should start feeling some tension in the hamstrings. That's where we should be feeling it. And I just want you to breathe. Okay. All right. Straighten out the back a little bit more. Focus on bringing the belly button down. And we're going to bend one knee and straighten out the other leg. All right. When you bend that knee and you straighten out that leg, I want you to focus on bringing the belly button down a little bit deeper. I want you to get into a nice stretch for your hamstring. And then I want you to switch to the other side so that the leg that was straight is now bent. And I want you to keep switching. Each time you switch, I want you to breathe. I want you to try and fold a little bit deeper. If you want, you can pulse up and down just a little bit to add a little bit of movement. And go at your own pace. You don't have to rush. All right? While we do this, I'm going to tell you about the rest of the show. We're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day starting at 9 p.m. So that's Monday through Sunday. And we started about 10 minutes ago. So if you're not in the Eastern time zone, it's not 9 p.m. for you. That is when we start every day. All right, 10 minutes ago. And we do this every day to build a little bit of consistency, to help you practice consistency, to help me practice consistency so that we can do all the cool stuff that we want, including side splits and working on our hips. All right. If you like side splits, if you like hip mobility, if you like the idea there's a bunch of weirdos on the internet helping you stay consistent and we're all staying consistent together, then make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, set a reminder in your calendar, set an alarm on your phone, and keep coming back because we're live every night. All right. That's it. Keep going. Now that your hamstrings are a little bit looser, we're going to try and fold a little deeper. All right. Focus on that belly button. Fold a little bit more. Fold a little bit more. Fold a little bit more. And whew, keep on bending the knees. Whew. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our elephant walk. Slowly pop into a squat, come back into standing, and we are done with warm-up exercise number 2. We're going to move on into warm-up exercise number 3. It's called thoracic rotation. We're going to rotate this middle chunk of our spine. It's below the neck and basically about the belly button-ish area. All right. Your spine is designed to move a lot of different ways. And for the most part, the only one that we're really using is this one. All right. So we're going to add some thoracic rotation, which looks like this, into our workout. We're going to get right back into the position that we just came out of. All right. Where one leg is bent, one leg is straight, and our belly button is folding forward. From here, we're going to take the arm from the bent leg side. We're going to reach across to the straight leg side. We're going to push off this shin bone. We're going to rotate and help open up. All right. I want you to try your best to reach up into the air straight up. If you can't reach all the way, you can only get a little bit of the way, that's fine. All right. But try your best to open up straight up. From here, we're going to inhale. We're going to exhale. And we're going to reach while we exhale. Reach back over that shoulder. If you didn't get the timing quite right because I didn't do a good job explaining it, inhale, exhale again. Inhale, exhale, and reach. That's 1. Come back down. Whew. Hopefully you felt that rotation, that contraction. If anything felt crazy, uncomfortable, you can stop. You don't have to keep going. But if it just felt like a stretch, that's what it's supposed to feel like. You can continue. All right, let's go. Other side. Bent leg, straight leg. Bent arm, straight leg. Open it up. Inhale, exhale, and reach. Whew, that's 1 rep. We've done left and right. We're going to do 5 in total. So we got 4 left. Let's go. Bent leg, straight leg. Bent arm, straight leg. Push off that shin. Open it up. Inhale. Exhale. Whew, that's 2. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. Still 2. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. That's 3. And inhale. Exhale. That's 3 again. 2 more. Let's do this. Bent leg, straight leg. Bent arm, straight leg. Open it up. Arm up. Neck is rotated to look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale. That's 4. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. 4 again. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. 5. And inhale. Exhale. And 5. Whew. That is a whole bunch of thoracic rotation. If your delts, that's these muscles up here in the shoulder, are tired, that's okay. We're not going to use them for much else anymore, so you can just give it some time. It'll recover after a little bit. If your shoulders back here are tired, because you don't spend any time reaching that far back behind you in your normal life, that's also okay because we don't need that either, all right? The rest of your spine, though, I want you to try your best to add a little bit of movement, add a little wiggle, rotate a little side to side, pop your hips out from side to side, take advantage of some of that mobility we just worked on. All right. This applies to all your regular stuff in regular life. The more you move, the more you use the mobility that you have, the easier it is going to be to keep it. All right. Oh, it's a case of use it or lose it. Just use it and don't lose it. Cool. All right. We're going to move on to our 4th and final warm-up exercise. It's called the Cossack switch. What I want you to do is open up your legs, pop on down to the ground, get into as low of a deep-ish looking squat as you can on one leg, and basically a side split on the other leg. All right. If you're new to the show, it might be a little bit harder. You might have to be a little bit higher, and that's okay. All right. Try your best to get as low as you can before you get stuck. And once you're here, I want you to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can sink a little bit deeper into the ground. All right. I'm going to scoop back so it's easier to see what my body's doing. You don't have to move. From here, we're going to move our butt that way. All right. I want you to put your hands down on the ground, or if you don't have something that you can use, where did my stool go? If you don't have something you can use a coffee table, you can use a stool, you can use something in front of you to help your hands come across to the other side. All right. I found my stool. It's over there. Once you are here at the other side, I want you to come back. Use your hands, help support you, guide yourself over back to the other side. If you're a little bit higher up, it might look like this. You might not need your hands. You might still feel a stretch here in the inner thighs. You might still feel the burn in your quad, and that's all we care about. All right? When you've done a couple of those, we're gonna get into the real stuff. All right, I'm just kidding. This is the real stuff. Usually, I break this down. We do a little ankle and knee and hip warm up, but I'm gonna remove it today, and I want you guys to tell me, all the regulars at least, if you feel like it's necessary for us to spend all that time on the pre warm up to our warm up. All right. For the rest of us, if you don't know what's going on, don't worry about it. Put your hands down on the ground for a little bit of support. If you're folding really far forward and your legs are high up, you can still reach the ground for most of us. This might not be very stable. Bring your hips over to the other side. Squat on down. Get as low as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Sink a little bit deeper and then come on back. Whee! Let's just pretend that's 2. We're going to do 10 of these in total. All right. If you realize you can come on across without using your hands, feel free to do so. That's 3. But if you like using your hands, you need a little bit of support for balance, please absolutely use your hands for support. Come on back over. That's 4. If you're feeling strong and you're like, you know what, I don't need the hands, I can go even harder, what's next? Then I want you to try and sit up a little bit straighter. I want you to bring your chest up. I want you to stick your head into the ceiling. And I want you to stick your arms out in front of you to help counterbalance and keep going. All right. I think this is 6. And again, across. 7. Go as deep as you can go. You don't have to match me. All right. Whatever works, works. We got 2 more, 9 and 10. All right. What I want you to try to do is some squats. I want you to come through this bent leg. I want you to power through. Come on up and slowly come on back down on the other side. Whew. And then again, power through. Boom. And then come on back down on the other side. Whew. We're almost done. This is the 10th one. Ooh. Last one. Come on down and power through. Come on back up. Whew. That is a whole bunch of squats, a whole bunch of Cossack switches, a whole bunch of Cossacky things. All right, that is our 4th and final warm-up exercise. Let me know in the chat if it felt like it was good enough, so that we don't have to do the this thing, the cannonball thing that I usually go through for my regulars. If you're not a regular, don't worry about it. Just keep going. All right, what we just finished. We finished our warm-up exercise. That means we're working on our side splits and our hip mobility. This is a side splits and hip mobility show. We do this every single day at 9 p.m. So it's also a consistency show. All right. If you need help, if you want to work on side splits, hip mobility, consistency, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, and we're going to move on into our stretches. The first stretch that we're going to do is a hamstring stretch. And what I need you to go get right now is a little bit of cushioning. All right. We're going to get one knee down on the ground. We're going to extend one leg out in front. So this knee needs a little bit of padding. If you have some cushioning from like a gym floor type product, great. If you have a flip flop, stick it right underneath, it will work. If you have old sneakers that you don't care about, perfect. If you have an old towel that needs to be washed that you haven't gotten to, you got some piled up laundry, perfect. Roll up your dirty laundry, stick it under your knee, and we're ready to go. Couch cushion, decorative pillow, all those things, they'll work just fine. All right. From here, we're going to kneel up nice and straight. All right. From your knees to your hips to your shoulders to your head. I want you to get as straight and tall as possible. Then I want you to extend one leg out in front without breaking that straight line. Cool? From here, we're folding the belly button down to the thigh, and it looks like this. Whee! Ugh. As soon as you get stuck, it's time to inhale. It's time to relax. All right. What I want you to do is big breath in. Relax. Let your body flap over that leg. And chill. And we're going to do that again. Inhale. Relax. Man, that's 2 of those. For good measure, let's just do it again. One more inhale. Exhale. Sink a little bit deeper into that stretch. Ooh, I got a lot out of that 3rd one. Let me know. Should we do 3 from now on? At least on the first one to begin with. All right. From here, we're going to add some movement. All right. What I want you to do is bend the knee. I want you to bring your chest down to that knee. Try to touch it if you can. And then I want you to straighten that leg back out. Try to keep your chest low. We're working on the folding part of this movement. All right. Do a couple of these. 4, 5. And once you're done as many as 5, we're ready to move on. We're going to get a little deeper into our stretch. Right. What we're going to do next is called the inhale, exhale, and fold. 3 steps. We're going to take a big breath in. Inhale. We're going to slowly exhale. And while we're exhaling, we're going to fold. We're going to focus on bringing the belly button down to the ground. All right, let's go. Big inhale. Slowly exhale and fold, 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 fold. Woo. That is us getting a little bit deeper into our stretch. Inhale, relax. Let your body flop over that leg. Again, inhale. Let your body flop over that leg. We'll try it again. Let's go. Number 3, inhale. Flop over that leg. And we're going to bend the knees. Straighten them out again. Ready? Bend the knee. Bring the chest down. Straighten it out. This time around, you might find you don't have to bend the knee as high to bring the chest down to touch it. You're folding deeper now. That's great. Keep going. See if maybe you can just wiggle your whole body inside that leg. So you're not, half your body's on the outside, half your body's on the inside. Your knee is cutting you in part. You can sort of bring that arm in and get a little bit deeper. Once you're done about 5, it's time for us to get deeper into our stretch. Y'all ready? Let's go. Inhale, exhale, fold. Big breath in. Exhale and fold, 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 fold. Woo! That is our stretch. Inhale, relax. Relax your body. One more inhale, relax. What the heck? We did 3 of the other times. Let's go. Inhale, relax. And I feel like it worked. I feel like that was helpful. But you guys let me know if the 3rd inhale, relax is good. All right. Knee bend. Straighten it out. Let's go. Knee bend. Chest down. Straighten it out. I feel like I'm a little deeper today than usual. Inhale. Oh, sorry. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. That's 3. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. I can't remember how many of these we've done. I think this is 5 though. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. And that is it. We're doing stretches. 30. 29. 28. 27. Oh no, it looks like there's an error on TikTok. Looks like there was a glitch. Somebody tried to log into my Apple account and it blocked. TikTok is back, but everything's okay. I hope you're not suffering still in this, but I guess I don't know where the error kicked in. So we're just gonna count from the top. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 10, 9. If your knees are hurting a little bit, you can give them a slight bend. That's going to take a whole bunch of pressure off your knee and your hamstring stretch, and you can focus on folding a little bit deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is it. That is our hamstring stretch on one side. Oh, apologies for any interruptions or lag or whatever disruptions there might have been on the TikTok live. I hope you didn't miss too much. I don't know where it started or where it ended, but hopefully you got that stretch on that leg. All right, bring your legs underneath you. We're back into that kneeling position where the knees, the hips, the shoulders, the head are straight, right underneath each other, or I guess right above each other in the order I said. And we're extending one leg out in front. All right, folding the belly button down to that thigh. We are getting ready to fold. Inhale, exhale, and fold. Whee! As soon as you get stuck, we're gonna inhale and relax. All right, breath in. Relax. Let your body flop over that leg. Woo! Again, inhale. Relax. Woo! Sink a little deeper into that stretch. We're gonna do it again. 3rd time. Inhale. Relax. Woo! All right, we're gonna bend the knees. We're gonna straighten out the legs. Or sorry, knee up, chest down, straighten out the leg. Ready? Knee up, chest down, straighten out that leg. Knee up, chest down, straighten out that leg. Knee up, chest down, straighten out that leg. That's 3. 2 more. Knee up,
chest down, straighten out that leg, knee up, chest down, straighten out that leg. I think that's 5. Oh, all right. Straighten out that leg. It's the last time. No, it's not. We're gonna go deep. All right. There is no last time. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're gonna fold deeper. Inhale, exhale, fold. All right. Ready? Let's go. Big inhale. Slowly exhale and fold. Fold, 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 fold. Bring the belly button down. Fold. Woo. Oh, once you're a little bit deeper into that stretch, we're gonna inhale, relax. Inhale. Let your body flop over that leg. Again, inhale. Relax. Let your body flop over that leg. Pause. Slow down. Don't hyperventilate. And one more. Inhale. Relax. Let your body flop over that leg. And we're going to bend the knees. Bring the chest down. Straighten it out. 5 more times. Ready? Let's go. Knee. Chest. Straighten. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten. I think that's 4. Last one. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten. Let's go a little deeper. Last time. This time is real. This is the last time. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Ready? Inhale. Slowly exhale and fold, 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 fold. Bring that belly button down into the ground. Fold. Exhale. Fold. Exhale. Woo. All right. Inhale. Relax. Let your body flop over that leg. Again. Inhale. Relax. Let your body flop over that leg. One last time. Inhale. Relax. Let your body flop over that leg. Knee bend. Chest down. Straighten it out. Take your time with it. This is not explosive. This doesn't have to be fast. I talk fast. That does not mean you have to move fast. That's 3. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten. 4. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten. That's 5. We're holding for 30 seconds. Let's go. 30. 29. 28. 27. If your hamstrings are feeling crazy right now, you can take your hands, your fingers, you can stab them into your hamstring muscles, feel around. There should be lots of little lumpy ropes in there, and you should count them. If you're closer to your knee, there should be like 3. If you're higher up, there should be like 4, because your hamstrings split. One of them splits and is also a bicep. You got biceps in your hamstrings. You know that? All right. I can't remember how much we should have been counting to, but let's just pretend it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, we're done. That is our hamstring stretch. Bring your legs in underneath you. Oh, if your legs are super tired right now, that's totally normal. That's totally okay. Don't worry. We spend a lot of time in the hamstring stretch because a lot of our other stretches are kind of dependent on the fact that our hamstrings are not freshly, just barely getting stretched. All right. Now that your hamstrings are incredibly prepared, we're going to move on into something a little bit chiller. It's called the butterfly stretch, stretch number 2. All right. What I want you to do is bring your butt over to a wall and rest your butt, your low back, your shoulders, your head up against that wall. And once you got your back resting against it, we're going to grab our feet, we're going to bring them together, we're going to pull them into our groin area. All right. The goal of the butterfly stretch is to stretch out the groin area muscles and the adductors. The adductors are your inner thighs. All right. The way we do that is by bringing the knees down into the ground. I want you to get stronger, so I want you to use your glutes. I want you to use your outer thighs to help open up your legs. I want you to use your own muscles to pull yourself into a deeper stretch. All right? Whew. Once you have tried your best and you're feeling more of a stretch here, you saw your knees go down just a teeny tiny bit, you're moving in the right direction. We're going to take it up to the next level, or I guess down to the next level by pushing our hands into it. All right? We're going to take our hands, we're going to push down just inside of the knee. We're going to go straight down and try to bring the knees down towards the ground with us. All right? 30 seconds. Breathe and push harder when you exhale. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Keep pushing. Keep bringing your knees down. If there's no crazy pain, it's just a stretch. If it's just a stretch, keep going. 10, 9, 8. Keep breathing. Inhale.
Exhale, push a little harder. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, relax. Let your arms go. If your wrists are tired, give them a little flop. If your legs are tired, you give them a little flop too. All right, flap the wings of this butterfly in this butterfly stretch and lift those legs. All right, when your legs are feeling okay, your wrists are feeling okay, we're gonna get up. We're gonna get into our third stretch. It's called the standing pancake. All right, come on up. Let's go. Get ready to move. Get rid of that foam padding and let's get ready to get into standing pancake. What I want you to do is open up your legs a little bit wider. All right. If you can get it to about 60-ish degrees, perfect. It's amazing. If, however, you're feeling a pinching sensation in your hips already, then I want you to stop. I want you to bring your legs back in just a little bit, and I want you to do a little hip wiggle. All right, some hip circles. If everything is feeling okay, we're ready to fold. If you still feel a whole bunch of discomfort in the hips, pinching right here on either side, keep on bringing your legs back in just a little bit and see if that pain goes away. All right. That pain, by the way, is when your thigh bone, one of the lumpy parts of your thigh bone, smashes into your hip bone. All right. This lumpy part is happening right here at the top of the hip, and we're going to deal with that in a little bit. But first, we're going to fold. Bring this belly button down to the ground. Whee! Ugh. When you cannot fold any deeper, this is our starting position. Okay. From the side, it looks a little bit like this. We are folding, 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 folding. The goal of the standing pancake is to bring your upper body between your legs and get as small and flat and compact as possible. It is crazy hard, so we're going to let gravity do as much work for us as possible. What that means is we're going to let our upper body get pulled down to the floor by gravity. To make this more intense, you stick your arms out so that your biceps are by your ears. To make it even more intense than that, you can hold on to a lightweight, a small water bottle, something to get you started will be plenty. All right. From here, we got other options. You can stick your butt back a little bit to help increase that, or I guess decrease the angle of your legs to your chest, right? This angle. You can also, what am I going to say? Open up your legs a little bit wider to get a little bit deeper into your stretch. Okay? Those are all optional. Everything is optional. Find a comfortable position for you to hang out for about 30 seconds. If this is your first time, it's going to be hard to find out. You're just going to have to adjust. But otherwise, let's go, everybody. Bring your belly button down to the ground. Bring it down some more. Widen your stance if you're ready, if you want to. And if you're super ambitious, extend your arms, hold on to a weight, and let's go. 30 seconds. 29, 28. Fold your belly button down in between your legs if you can. Keep on going. 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, put your hands down. Oh, gosh, that's crazy. Whew, that is our pancake. All right. Take a second, catch your breath, and bring your legs back in together. Wiggle your toes in, wiggle your heels in, 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 until your legs underneath you. Then walk your hands up your thighs and slowly, slowly come on out of that stretch. Whew, that was our standing pancake. And at certain points, if you start getting really crazy deep and you start folding really far backwards, you basically have a seated on the floor pancake, or maybe you're sitting on a stool type pancake. But the standing pancake is the best place to start because gravity pulls your whole upper body down. All right. For most of us, especially if you have tight hamstrings, this is why we warmed up our hamstrings before, right? It's going to be much easier to fold forward with that extra help from gravity. All right. Oh man, I'm out of breath. That was really intense. I think that was one of the deepest pancakes I've ever done. So I'm feeling good, except my legs are also super tired now. We're gonna move on into our fourth stretch. It is called either the pigeon or the figure four stretch. All right, we got two options. If you're a regular, feel free to jump into whichever version that you prefer. But I'm pretty sure we did the pigeon last night, so it's time for some figure four instruction. from me today. Both stretches have the same fundamentals. They both look basically the same, except the way you apply pressure is a little bit different. All right. We're taking one leg. We're crossing over just above the knee until we make this thing that looks like a number 4. Then we're going to bring that ankle up to our belly button. We're going to bring our belly button down to our ankles, and we're going to into this position. From the side, it's going to look a little like this. All right. You're going to feel a stretch here in the side of your hip. This is a glute muscle. All right. You're going to feel a stretch in your hamstrings, but because your leg is rotated, it's like right here, and it's not like underneath, right? Because the leg is rotated, and you might feel a little bit of a folding kind of sensation at the hip where you're actually doing the folding. All right. We're going to come on down. We're going to lay down. We're going to get into the figure 4. All right. What I want you to do is lay down. Oh my gosh. Breathe, catch a breath, chill, enjoy the cooler temperature of the floor. I hope it's cool. And we're going to cross one leg over to the other side. Ready? Take one leg, cross it over to the other side. From here, we're going to stick our hands through the triangle that we just made and around the outside leg. All right? Boom. When you are here, I want you to grab that knee and I want you to pull all of this in towards your chest. Okay? I'm going to push some stuff out of the way so I don't bang my head. And let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Pull that leg in towards you. Inhale. Exhale. Pull that leg in towards you. Again, inhale. Exhale. Pull that leg in towards you. And we're ready to begin. 30 seconds. Let's go. 29, 28, 27. Keep on pulling everything in towards you. 25, 24. If your knee is getting a little bit achy, you can palm the knee. You can cup the knee in your elbow pit, and pull everything in towards you. 20, 19, 18. If you apply a little bit of pressure directly to your knee area and not just at your ankle area, it will help bring that leg closer to your chest and it will take pressure off the knee. All right. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, that is our 4th stretch, but only on one leg. We got to do the other side. Open up those legs, cross the other one over, make that triangle, stick the arm through the triangle, other arm all the way around, grab that knee, pull everything in, inhale, exhale and pull. Again, inhale, exhale and pull. That's 2. One more, inhale, exhale and pull. Once you got yourself into a nice starting position, you're feeling that stretch in your glute. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Again, I'm cupping the knee with my elbow pit, and applying some pressure directly here instead of just using the ankle to apply pressure because that is more direct on that hip joint that we're actually feeling the stretching. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Relax, flop onto the floor. Let your feet come down. Let your knees drop to either side. Get a little rotation in that spine. Come on back the other way. Let the knees drop the other side. Oh, yeah. Get that little bit of rotation in the spine. And breathe. That is our 4th stretch. All right. Ugh. If you somehow don't know yet, we're doing 5 stretches. All right. The 5th and final stretch is a side split. And if you somehow didn't realize, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes. Oh my God. We're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day at 9 p.m. That's when we started. We started like 40 minutes ago. And I hope to keep on doing it for a long time. So if you like hip mobility, if you like side splits, if you want somebody to help stay consistent with you, There's a whole bunch of us weirdos on the internet, and you're welcome to join us. All right? Keep on coming back. Set calendar reminders, hit follow, hit subscribe, set an alarm clock, and let's get into our fifth and final stretch. We are doing some side splits. If you've never done a side split before, don't worry. We're going to break it down to lots of little tiny pieces, and you can just do whichever pieces you can do and slowly find your way a little bit deeper into the right position. All right? Before we begin, I recommend you grab a little stool, something fairly low to the ground that you can put your hands on that can support your weight, that's lightweight, movable, but also sturdy enough for you to put some weight into it. All right. The reason why we're getting a tool like this is because we want to be able to open up our legs a little bit wider and have a little bit of support on our hands. All right. That way, our leg muscles aren't carrying the whole weight of our bodies. Right. Our arms are taking a portion of it off. That makes the whole thing a little bit easier, makes it a little bit more comfortable, makes it easier to do. All right. So take a second, go grab something. It doesn't have to be a stool. If you have a coffee table, that could be good. If you have a chair, that could be good. If you have a couple of yoga blocks, that could be good. If you have a stack of encyclopedias or big textbook looking things that you don't use for anything else, feel free to use those. All right. When you have your tool, we're going to put it off to the side, close enough for you to grab it, but not super in the way. You can have it slightly in front of you if you want. I'm going to move it off to the side for me because I want you to see what I'm doing next. Okay? Man, I don't know what just happened. I feel like I swallowed a bug. I didn't actually swallow a bug. It just feels like, never mind. Don't worry about it. We're resting our butts up against the wall, and we're going to take a half step, a baby step in front of the wall. All right. We're super close to the wall so that we can always rest our body against the wall, get a little bit of support. Cool. So we're staying close to the wall the whole time. Don't go far away. Cool. Next, we're opening up our legs decently wide. And like I said earlier when we are doing the standing pancake, if you're feeling a pinching pain in your hips, please stop, bring your legs back together just a little bit, make sure there's no pain in the hips, and then we're ready to fold. Bring the belly button down to the ground. Whee! Ugh. If you can get into a position where you can palm the ground, you might not need the hand support, but chances are it's going to make your life a lot easier. So use the hand support anyway. All right. From here, I want you to see if you can rest your hands on the hand support. I want you to see if you can open up your legs a little bit wider. All right. Rest your butt against the wall. And ta-da, this is our starting position. Cool. Hands are on the stool. Hands are on whatever you're using for hand support. Your forearms are basically touching your thighs or as close to it as possible. Your butt is resting against the wall. You're looking for a comfortable position that you can feel like you're in control. I don't want you to feel like you're about to tip over. I don't want you to feel like you're about to fall. I want you to feel like you could stay here for a little bit. All right. The reason why we care about this is because if you feel like you're going to fall, if you feel really scared, if you're nervous, your muscles are going to tense up. When we're stretching, especially in this stretch, we want our muscles to relax, to lengthen, not to tense up, not to shorten. Okay? So, once again, take a second, rest your butt against the wall, put your hands on your hand support, find a nice comfortable position with your legs where you don't feel like you're leaning too far forward, you don't feel like you're leaning too far back, you don't feel like you're about to slip. All right? From here, we're going to go a little bit deeper. Cool? We're going to take a big breath in, inhale. We're going to slowly exhale, and then we're going to do it again. But the next time you exhale, I want you to see if you can relax and you can drop a little bit deeper into the stretch. All right? Actually, no, wait, hold on. Before that, we got to rotate our hips. I did it automatically and I forgot about the instructions. I'm having a very forgetful day today. We're going to rotate our legs so that our heels are down, our toes are up, and our knees are up. All right? The reason why we do this is because of that thigh bone. We were talking about that pinching sensation earlier, and that pinching sensation comes literally from a lumpy part of your thigh bone smashing into your hip. It's going boom, getting stuck like so. If we rotate that arm, or I guess rotate the leg backwards a little bit, that bony part, the little protrusion, won't smash into that part of your hip. So we're going to do that with our legs. All right. What that looks like is this. Boom. We're rotating the whole leg back 90 degrees so that the knee is pointing up, the toes are pointing up, and the heels are down. We got to do that on both sides. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are up. I'm really high right now because I wanted to make sure you can see both my feet rotating, but try and do this a little bit lower. Try to do this with your hands on your hand support. All right. And if you need to pause, you need to reset and get back into it, feel free to do so. All right. Now, make sure you're in a comfortable position. You're not feeling like you're about to tip over. You're in control, and we're going to breathe. All right. Inhale, exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. If you don't go anywhere, that's okay. We're just practicing. All right. At some point, you'll figure it out, and suddenly you'll be like, whoa, I can drop like 3 inches. It's crazy. All right. Again, inhale, exhale, relax. Woo. Again, inhale, exhale, relax. Sink a little bit deeper into the stretch. It's kind of like, some crazy magic. I don't know how it works, but saying relax helps me to relax, and it's cool like that. But I have to say it aloud in order for it to happen. I have to cast the spell. All right. Once you are a little bit deeper, you're starting to feel a whole bunch of contractions happening. Make sure, once again, your butt is supported by the wall, your hands are supporting some of your weight on your stool, your hand support, and your legs are feeling okay. You're not slipping, you're not falling, you're not feeling like you're about to lose control. All right. We're gonna go a little bit deeper. We're gonna do a little lean to the right, little lean to the left, little lean to the right, little lean to the left. See if you can get just a little deeper, and that is our stretch. We're gonna hang out here for 30 seconds, right? 30, 29, 28. Inhale, keep breathing. Exhale. Right now, your toes should be pointing up, your knees should be pointing up, the top of your head should be pointing up, and that is a good sign you're in your side splits. All right, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Keep breathing. If you want, you can do a little wiggle, a little deeper into each side. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. Walk your hands forward. Oh man, pull your knees in underneath you. Grunt, groan, make as many sound effects as you need to. That is our first side split. Chill, relax, breathe, grunt, groan, make as many sound effects as you need to, and whew, catch your breath. All right. What we just did was put a whole bunch of tension into all of these crazy leg muscles, all of these crazy hip muscles. What we're going to do next is shake out as much tension as possible, relax as much as possible, so that we can get into an even deeper second side split. All right. So try your best to slowly come on up back into standing. We're going to shake out our legs. I want you to start flicking an ankle around. Just go with that ankle. All right. Focus on going back and forth a little bit, going from side to side a little bit, doing a couple of circly thingies, and just flopping around. All right. This is not you trying to flex your foot, point your toe, rotating in circles. This is you swinging your ankle around because you're going with your ankle. All right. If you have some difficulty moving the ankle and you can't actually relax enough to flop back and forth, you might want to try some ankle circles. You can do that by sitting and going like this with your feet, or perhaps putting the ball of your foot down and sort of putting your knees weight into it to help it get into some crazy angles, and that will help you slowly work on that range of motion. But for everybody who can shake out your leg, keep shaking out your leg. Other leg, shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. The goal is relaxation. And you know you're relaxing if your ankles are flopping all over the place and going crazy, right? Because the muscles that would stop you from going crazy have to be super relaxed because they're not doing anything, right? If they were tight, if they were contracted, your ankles wouldn't be going to crazy places. And that is what we're doing. Whew. Do a couple of quick knee bends, take a couple of steps, shuffle back and forth. Make sure everything is feeling okay. It should feel a little bit better compared to when you just stood up. And we're going to move on to our hips. All right. I want you to put all of your weight into one leg, big toe of the other foot down, so that you kind of get into this position. All right. When you're first starting in this position, I really want you to focus on flexing those muscles in the glute. I want you to open up that leg so this knee is pointing way far that way. All right. Then I want you to do the opposite. I want you to bring that knee inwards so that this knee is almost touching the other knee. All right. This is called internal and external rotation. You're going to feel it in your hips. You're going to feel it sort of in your glutes. And we are strengthening some of those little muscles so that you can work on opening and closing this knee. The only thing that needs to move is this thigh bone in the hip socket. All right. Nothing else absolutely needs to move. Everything else we do is for entertainment purposes only, and you don't have to do that stuff. All right, knee in, knee out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Once you've built some comfort with this motion, once you've built some control, once you've built some strength, you can go a little bit faster and try to turn into a little bit more relaxing movement. All right. Other side. All your weight is one leg. Big toe is down. We're focusing on opening up, flexing the glutes, opening up that way. We're focusing on contracting these muscles here in the hip to bring that leg in and out, and in and out and in. If you are brand new to the show, focus on building strength. Focus on building range of motion all the way in, all the way out, all the way in, all the way out. And when you've been doing this for a while, you got a little bit more control, you got a little bit more pizzazz, you got a little bit more character with your movement. You can turn into a dance move and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Have fun with it. All right. Whew. Hopefully your legs are a little bit more chill, a little bit more relaxed. You can do a little hip wiggle, and we're ready to get back into side split number 2. All right, let's go. Butt to the wall. Make sure you have your hand support close by. Butt to the wall. Take half a step forward. Open up those legs. Make sure the hips don't hurt. Fold. Bring the belly button down to the ground. Fold, 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 fold. Use your hand support if you want to. If you already have it in front of you, great. And drop your butt along the wall. Hands on the hand support. Bring everything real close to the wall. Find a comfortable, stable position. All right. Now, we're going to rotate our legs. You ready? We're taking the heels. We're rotating all of our weight onto them so the toes are pointing up, so the knees are pointing up. We're doing it on both sides. Heels down, toes up, knees up. Hands on your hand support. Come on down. I promise that was the sound of my feet rubbing against the hardwood floors. And from here, we're going to chill. We're going to breathe. We're going to find a comfy spot. All right? Wiggle around, make sure you're feeling stable, feeling like you're in control, and we're ready to breathe. Inhale, exhale, relax. That's one. One more. Inhale, exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper. Again, inhale, exhale, relax. If you feel like you can't go any further, feel free to stop. But if you're ready for more, add a little wiggle to the right. Boom. Little wiggle to the left. Little wiggle to the left. Little wiggle to the right. Little wiggle to the left. Whew. At this point, if you slipped a little bit, you're out of a comfortable position, you feel like you're going to fall, adjust. Take your time. Butt against the wall. Heels are somewhere where they feel like they're in control. Hands are on your hand support, and we're ready to move on into side split number 2. All right. You got the option to do what we did the first go around. You also got an option to do a separate variation, variation 2. If you walk your hands forward just a little bit so that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, you're going to take your hips with you, and your knees are going to start pointing at about a 45-degree angle instead of straight up. When you change it up this way, you're going to feel more of a stretch in your inner thighs, and that's what we want. 30 seconds, let's go. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, relax. Come on forward. Walk your hands forward. Bring your knees in underneath you. Grunt, groan. Take as much time as you need. Come in slowly with control. We don't want you flopping around on the floor. All right. Drag everything in with control and catch your breath. Whew. That's our second side split. We got one more. All right. Slowly. Come back up into standing. Oh, and shake out the ankles. Again, this is about relaxation. You can start nice and slow, nice and chill. Go a little back and forth. Go a little side to side. Do some circly looking things. Enjoy the relaxation. If you feel comfortable with it, feel free to shake a little harder. Shake a little faster, shake a little bit more aggressively, experiment with it. All right. If you start whipping your leg like this back and forth, that puts a lot of pressure on the knee. So you don't have to go from side to side like this. It's usually much easier on your knee if you go back and forth, like you're kicking a soccer ball. And you can do that. All right. Once you've shaken out your leg a little bit, step on down, do a couple of quick knee bends, make sure that leg is feeling okay, and we're going to switch over to the other side. Shake, 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 and whew, take a couple steps, do a little shimmy, do a little wiggle, add a little movement. And if your legs are feeling okay, they're working all right, we're ready to move on into our hips. All right. All your weight is in one leg, big toe is down on the other. We'll bring the knee in, bring it out and in and 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 out. Like I said before, if you're new to the show, focus on maximum range of motion, focus on building strength in that whole entire swipey motion. But as you get more comfortable with it, as you get more chill, you get more confident, you can go a little faster. You can start shaking out. You can start relaxing a little bit. All right. You can get to a point where you're so relaxed, your thigh muscles are completely not firing and they're just going to go like this, looking like they're made of jello. All right. That is how relaxed you can get. Let's go. Other side. All your weight on one leg. Big toe is down. In, out, 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 in, out. And when you're ready to chill it out, you can put almost no weight into this leg, extend it out to the side, start shaking real fast. You don't have to go super far, and you'll start shaking so fast that your thigh muscles, your thigh fat can't keep up, and then your leg will start jiggling and shaking. All right, that's what we want. It might start shaking a little too hard, and your legs will get a little itchy. That is a side effect. You know you've done a good job when your leg is itchy. All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on into our third and final side split. But up against the wall. Take half a step forward, open up those legs nice and wide. Make sure you're feeling okay. Get your hand support. Put your hands on your hand support. Externally rotate the legs so that your heels, toes, and knees are in the right position. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. Find that comfortable position, leaning against the wall. And once you're here, inhale, exhale, and relax. Woo. Again, inhale, exhale, and relax. Woo. Sink a little deeper. All right. If you sunk a lot, you shifted your weight all over the place, and you're feeling like you're out of control, out of a comfortable spot for you, adjust. All right. Take your time. No rush. Again, inhale, exhale, and relax. Woo. When you're ready, if you're ready, do a little lean to the right, a little lean to the left, a little lean to the right, a little lean to the left, and we're ready to go. Third and final side split. You got options. You can do the first version where we stood upright. You can do the second version where we put our hands out in front of us in that push-up position. You feel it more in your thighs. Do whichever version you like, and let's get ready to begin. 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is it. Walk your hands forward. Woo! Bring your legs in underneath you. Oh, that is our final side split. Oh, that's our third. Ah, sorry about the earphones dropping onto the floor. That must have sounded awful. I'm sorry. Oh, all right, we've done all the hard stuff. It's time for some shaky, shaky, some relaxation, some chilling, and then we'll be done. All right? Take a nice old step. Come on up into standing. Let's shake out those ankles. Shake, 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 shake. Shakey, shake, 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 shake some more. Shake, 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 shakety, shake, 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 and oh, relax. Other ankle. Let's go. Shake, 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 shake. Flop it around. Turn into jello. You are a soggy, overcooked piece of pasta that you left in the pot because you were too lazy to scoop out that last piece. You're pouring it down the drain, and you just got these super ridiculously soggy, inflated noodles sliding out of the pot. That's what you want right now, right? Floppy, 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 floppy. Shake, 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 shake. Relax as many muscles as you can because we're done with all the hard stuff. All right. Next, we're gonna move on into our hips. All your weight is in one leg. Big toe is down, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. You don't have to focus so much on that form right now. Just focus on having fun with it, picking up the pace, picking up the tempo, shaking it out, feeling some relaxation, feeling some relief. All right? And we're going to switch to the side. All your weight on one leg. Big toe is down, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Have some fun with it. Shakety, shake, 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 shake. Flop around and whew. Shake out your legs one last time. That should be pretty relaxed. We're going to move on into some hip circles. All right, we're going to go through some joint checks to make sure everything's feeling okay. I want you to slowly lean into that hip. Feel those muscles stretching out and telling you how unhappy with you they are after you did some side splits. And come on around. Oh. Again, I feel it particularly in the left and right side of the hip when I really, really lean into it, and not so much anywhere else. If you're feeling it somewhere else, spend more time there. And if you're feeling it in the left and right side of the hip, spend time in the same place I am. All right. Once you've done a couple of circles one way, circle back the other way. See if there's anything else you missed, and take your time. Enjoy a little bit of stretching after putting all that strain on your hips. All right. Right after that, we're going to do a quick high knee. Boom and boom. If both knees come up, we're ready to move on. I want you to have your feet underneath your hips. Not super wide, not super wide, not super wide, not super narrow, about hips width apart. Okay? What we're going to do is calf raises from a squatting position. I want you to squat down so that it looks a little bit like this. All right? I want your upper body sort of folding way over that way. And I want you to take your knees and I want you to sort of point them that way as well. So it's past your toes if you can get there. All right. That way, you're going to really feel like you're about to tip over. And when you're feeling like you're about to tip over, your toes should be gripping the floor real tight to keep you from falling. Your arch of your foot should be real tense to help support your foot, to help you grip into the ground. And that is the sensation we want. Feel that intense stretch in your Achilles tendon, in your calves. Keep on trying to push your knees forward and put your hands down. We're going to do some calf raises. Ready? Put all your weight into the big toe, the second toe, and the third toe, and come on up. Straight up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Take a second. Make sure you're leaning super far forward. Your toes are working hard. Up and down and up and down. And whew, you can do as many as you want. This isn't super important. If you're tired, you're ready to call it. Let's talk about what we just did. We got our toes to work real hard. We got our feet, our arch to work real hard. We got a nice stretch in our Achilles tendon and our calves, and then we got a nice contraction in our calves because we were doing calf raises. Our quads were mad at us the whole time because we were squatting. Our low back because it was supporting our backs, also tired and mad at us. Our hips, our knees, our ankles, they were working real hard to make sure they can go up and down. And if you're able to do most of those things, chances are your joints are pretty good, and we can go do whatever you gotta do for the rest of the day. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in, practicing consistency, working on your side splits, working on your hip mobility today. We have wrapped for today. That was our show. If you liked side splits, if you liked hip mobility, if you liked practicing consistency, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, and keep on coming back because we do this every single day at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you are not in the Eastern time zone, 9 p.m. was an hour and 5 minutes ago. And that is the same time that we go live every day of the week, Monday through Sunday. All right, cool. Do I need to tell you anything else? I make some other content, but the one piece of content I really want you to check out is a video where I did a little bit of sumo in Osaka. I'm not a sumo wrestler, but there is a really cool place called Sumo Studio where you can go hang out, learn some sumo wrestling basics, and hang out with some sumo wrestlers. I made a quick video about that over on YouTube, and I would love it if you checked it out. If you're on YouTube, you can just hit the little profile button and go find the most recent long form video, not short form, not the vertical ones, the horizontal ones, the regular YouTube videos. And if you are on TikTok, the YouTube channel is Splits on the Side. So it's the same exact username as TikTok, and it is the first video if you sort by newest. Cool. There's a sumo in the thumbnail. It shouldn't be that hard to find. Cool. Um, what else? Most of my normal content is not about side splits. Most of my content is about incorporating a little bit of fitness into the rest of your day. All right. If you got 2 minutes, I don't know why I'm putting just a thumb out. If you got 2 minutes waiting for your coffee to finish coming out the machine, waiting for your food to heat up in the microwave, waiting for pasta to boil in a pot, you got plenty of time to get a tiny mini workout in. That's going to be really good for you. Chances are, if you could do 2 minutes nonstop of calf raises, if you could do 2 minutes nonstop of squats, if you could do 2 minutes nonstop of Cossack switches, you'll be in a really great shape. All right. So don't sleep on those 2 minutes. And remember that most of your joints don't have any blood flow. All right. So if you want them to get better, if you want them to get more nutrients, if you want them to clear waste, you need to actually move them because they don't got blood. Blood does all that stuff for your muscles, but your joints, they only clear out when you move them, when you use them, because there's magic fluid in there called synovial fluid that does a lot of hard work, but only if your joints are moving. All right, that's it. That's the spiel. I'm gonna check out the Q&A. I'm gonna check out the questions, comments, and see what we got. Thank you everybody for coming in, and I'm gonna start over on YouTube. Crab Ches sends awesome emojis. Queen RR says hello. Jax says, "Hey, brother," and sends a bunch of lovely emojis. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. All right, how we doing over on TikTok? YouTube was super fast. TikTok Notorious sends, "It was great. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you." Travel with Roxy says, "Thank you." Renee Pud says, "Thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you everybody for being here. I hope you have followed. I hope you subscribed." And I'm gonna scroll up real quick to see what else we got. Frankie says, "This help. I hope that was supposed to be past tense and you enjoyed it because this helped would be a really good thing. If you meant to say this period help period, then that might be a little bit more concerning. Tell me more. uh, Bev MacArthur says, "Not a smart or safe way to do the splits." I would like to respectfully disagree. I've been doing this every single day for about 500 days. And I did not have the splits at all beforehand, and I have made a ton of progress. And in general, I feel like because we have the wall support, we have the hand support, it does make it a little bit safer. Um, for most people, if you can't get super low, you're not going to get super low. You're going to just get stuck. And the more hand support you have, the more butt support you have, the less likely there's going to be extra pressure on you to get super low. But if you disagree, let me know. How else do you disagree? I'm open to learning more. True Blue says it's almost over. Next is Q&A. Okay, good. Casting a spell. What did you say? Cranberry says, "Is this how you get buff ass ankles?" It's a compliment as well. Cranberry says, "I meant calves." Is this how I? No, I've had really strong calves for a long time. I think they happened probably like 15 years ago when I used to run cross country in high school, in middle school, and then I just like to jump around, climb things, and be a goofball, and they kind of just stayed around for the most part. I do a little bit here and there. The last main time I really trained the calves was to do some knee rehab, and I did a whole bunch of calf raises. I don't think that made them grow any larger, but so I think a huge component is probably genetic. But this live doesn't have very much that works on the calves in general, other than the little calf raises that we do at the very, very, very end. But typically, for most people, that won't be enough stimulation for the muscles to grow that much. It'll be just enough to make you tired. Cool? All right, keep scrolling. What else you got? Links K says W live. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Interesting. Okay, we got some other people's promotions. Casting a spell says, "How late am it?" No, wait, am I? No, you're not that late. It's okay. If you joined in for anything and you felt inspired and you feel excited to do live stuff, that's all that matters, right? It's not easy to show up. It's not easy to show up for a live that, you're not scheduling alarm for, you're not like setting an invite for, you're not trying to be there every single time. It's really hard to be consistent with those things, with this thing. So if you do get here, amazing. If you've been here a bunch, even more amazing. Congratulations. But don't don't feel bad about it. All right, never feel bad. aspire to do better, but don't feel bad. Candy says, I always join it live at the most random moments without any context. That's hilarious. I hope I wasn't doing something super crazy because the way you wrote that sentence makes me feel like I was just doing something super crazy. And you're like, what's that guy doing? Strange. But since you said you always join in at this time, you must know. All right. Let's see what else we got. Travels actually says, and we are back. Sorry for the inconvenience, everyone. That must have been when the internet went out for a moment. And what else we got? The Jabby says, following. I need this stretching in my life. Lovely, 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 lovely. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Fa says, pause. Did I say something funny? Bro is getting his cheeks taken by the air. Okay. Did y'all see that? What's going on? All right. There's some crazy stuff in here. I'm gonna scroll past that, and let's see what else we got. Travel Doxy says hello, and that's it. That's everything that I can comment. May says, "Hey King, happy Sunday." Thank you, May. Happy Sunday to you as well. Bell says, "Thank you, it was good. Helped clear my nose and relax my muscles. Amazing." I at some point magically cleared my throat too. I was really struggling. It was like really itchy. I couldn't cough. I didn't have anything. It was just like it didn't even feel like phlegm. I don't know what it was. Anyways, I'm glad you were able to relax a little bit. Chevelle, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I think that is everything. That's the whole life. That's the whole chat. We are wrapped. Oh, it's a fast one today. We're 72 minutes into the live. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you're cooling off now. I hope the intensity is dropping down. Everything's feeling okay. You're feeling great. And I hope to see you guys real soon because we do this live every single day at 9 p.m. Eastern. And that means we will be back in like 22 hours and 45 ish minutes. And that is a really confusing way to say, I'll see you tomorrow. Cool? All right. Goodbye, everybody. Hit follow, hit subscribe, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.